My name is Mallika Ahluwalia, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the Partition Museum and one of the founders of the Arts and Cultural Heritage Trust that's working to set up the Partition Museum in Amritsar. Today I'm here at the LSE India Summit at the India Habitat Center in New Delhi, where we have a mini exhibition on the partition to remember because it is the 70th anniversary, so part of the India at 70 events. And the Arts and Cultural Heritage Trust has been working since early 2015 towards setting up a museum, because all of us who came together at that point, we were from partition families, and we felt it's 70 years from this cataclysmic event that really shaped our subcontinent's history, that affected millions and millions of people, and yet 70 years later there was no museum or memorial to it. So we really felt that it was important that there be such an institution, and we set up the trust towards doing that. I think it's a matter of national heritage that we've opened the doors for the world's first partition museum in Amritsar last October. And since then, some 25,000 people have already come to the museum, which I think is a reflection of just the continuing emotive resonance of this issue, because it was an issue that, it was an event that affected so many. We don't actually know how many people lost their lives, but estimates say it could have been as many as 2 million. And again, because it was so chaotic, nobody knows how many people lost their homes, but estimates vary from 14 to 18 million people, making it the world's largest migration in human history. So what we're trying to do at the museum, and the mini exhibition here is a reflection of that, is really acknowledge and tell people stories from that time. So we're setting up the Partition Museum as a people's museum to tell the stories of people who went through partition. So some of the things that we have in the museum, which also you see in the exhibition here today, are people's objects, the things that they brought with them or got at that time of partition. We have their oral histories. So in their own voices, people who experience partition are narrating their experiences. We have personal letters, personal photographs, and of course then we've also been working with archives and museums both in India and around the world to bring the official documents, the government files, showing how these young governments were trying to cope with what was going on, but also the official photographs and photographs taken by many eminent photographers. So all of that is what you see here today in the exhibition. We have letters pulled from the archives where refugees wrote to the government saying, please help me find my mother or my brother, I don't know where they are. So a couple of the objects that are here in the exhibition today and also lie in our museum normally, this refugee registration card actually was given to a family at the camp, and so you can actually see on this, the stamp says Kanpur 1949, and it says the family was originally registered in 1947. So you can see the chaos was continuing for that entire period, and we're very grateful to the Bhatia family for donating this to the museum. There's also this letter that was written by a father that's been separated from a son, and it very touchingly notes that he doesn't know if he'll be able to see his son again. So these are some of the kinds of things that are in the museum. I would really encourage anyone watching this video who is from a partition family to please reach out to the museum and to LSE, which is our academic partner, to help us create this People's Museum, because we want it to be a comprehensive archive of, that includes all the stories of people affected by partition, but also all the official documentation related to partition. The museum, as I mentioned, is at the town hall in Amritsar, and we hope that more people will come forward and help us make the world's first museum on the partition. Thank you.